Alright, welcome back everyone. So tonight we are going to do a pick a card reading, messages from your guides or your higher self, whatever messages are coming through from these three piles. So we're starting with the MOOKAITE Jasper that represents pile number 1, and we have this is the door to pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have this little goat horn like fossil, and we have this door. And finally, for pile number 3, we have the petrified wood, and this is the door for pile number 3. So picking a stone or a card that resonates with you. First, we're going to connect in with our breath, grounding our feet, taking a deep breath in through the nose, and exhaling through the feet. Feeling peaceful, feeling your shoulders relax down the back. I've lit a candle for us tonight with the intention of clarity and insight. And we have some sacred smoke to cleanse and clear away any unwanted thoughts or energies, so that we come into this reading from a peaceful, receptive state. So I'll post the timestamps below, picking pile number 1, 2, or 3, and we'll see you in a moment. All right, so if you picked pile number 1, this is your reading with the MOOKAITE Jasper. We'll place that over there. All right, so let's start with your door. So it says, a stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Ooh, so this could be someone new coming in for you. Let's start with your oracle cards. So we have sanctuary, listening, and freedom. This pile has a very earthy vibe. All right, and we have flow. It says, go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry, which is very much aligned with that earthy energy. And we have joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the results. And finally, uncertainty. The shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. And then for your tarot, we have a 7 of Cups. We have a 6 of Swords. These cards are so beautiful. We have the 10 of Swords. Ooh, 10 of Swords. And we have, what is this? I don't know what this is. I know what it feels like. I'm not quite sure at the moment. All right. So tuning into the energies of your cards here. So I can see here from the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Swords that there has been a lot of, I want to say that there's been a lot of struggle. I'm going to say that, and from the 6 of Swords actually, that you leave behind you a trail of shadows. Remembering that they're behind you, you're looking forward toward the sun. You've created for yourself a safe space You're listening to your guides. You're embracing a newer, freer version of yourself. There's still some resonance, trust issues. And a tendency to feel like you've made progress and then to retreat back. So what is your guidance? Your guides are telling you to listen to your heart, to break free of those past beliefs about yourself. So sometimes you hear someone else's voice in your head and you mistake it for your own. Your guides are telling you to trust that the universe is sending you the right people and that you can see who is right and who is not. There was maybe a time when you could not see beyond masks, but you can now. And you are safe to develop new relationships, to celebrate. Pile number 1, you are your own safe space. And in times of doubt, remember to check back into your heart space. Is this my mind or is this my heart speaking at this time? I'm just going to pull a few of, these are Shadow Walk cards. It's a deck I channeled. And just see what advice we might be able to get for you from this deck. So this one keeps sticking. We have tree, embodying spirit, body, mind, spirit, connection to all realms, patience, connection, divine incarnation. Yeah, there's definitely a slow moving energy here. Like I said, it's earth. So this is a process that's been unfolding for quite some time. And I feel like maybe you're not entirely sure if it is unfolding because of how slow it's moved. Okay, I think we have enough now. So we also got Master. Who is calling the shots? Victim mentality. Balancing ego, developing skills. So this is another aspect to your reading, is that the earthy aspect is telling you to stick to your work, keep to what you're doing, stay in your own lane. Try and stay in the flow. If you find yourself falling out of the flow, again, keeping your ego in check. We also got Blackbird. What can you learn at night that is hidden by day? Oh, and that comes back to this. So learning from your nightmares, if you will, learning from your worst fears, addressing them before they come to you. So it's sort of like hunting out the monster before it can find you, and catching it by surprise. And also expressing trauma with beauty. I feel like pile number 1, you've been through some deep, dark stuff, and you are called to help others through whatever you've been through. So maybe you're a writer, because we have channeled writing, impressions, and what is permanence. So with ink, that could mean that you draw, but I think that there is either it's writing for other people or writing for yourself, but you're guided here to express your shadows, to find your shadows through your writing. We're keeping it short tonight, so that's all I have for you, pile 1. If you're interested in booking a private reading, my information is in the description box below. Otherwise, I'd encourage you to, if this resonated with you, if you liked the reading, to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Ooh. All right, so pile 2, we have this little goat horn. So I want to start off by saying, before we even get into this pile, that I have, as soon as I switched over, I have like a really sick feeling in my stomach, and an imbalance in my solar plexus that might be resonant from pile 1, but in the sacral and the root. So you may feel a little bit disrupted in those areas, but this is your door. Anthony's call. In thanks of my spirit, safe and sound, all things that are lost so can be found. So I'm already getting this feeling that your structure, your foundation has been shaken in some way. But let's dig into the cards and see what they say. So we have glove, rabbits, finding the perfect fit, and pond. So already I'm getting the message that, this is coming in very strong, the message that finding something that fits is a huge theme here. Finding something that fits. And being more reflective. And we have peace, be calm, and calm will come. Orange blossom, enthusiasm, the best can be here, believe it. And bird of paradise, self-acceptance, you are so much more. All right, and for your tarot cards, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Whoa. The 2 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups. Interesting. So your foundation was potentially linked to another person. You felt or believed that that person was, I feel like this is too reflective. We're going to pull it back over here. You felt or believed that this person was your home, was your foundation, was, you thought you were going to have children. You felt that this was your divine union. You were going to build a home. So what was it? I get the sense that it wasn't built on as strong of a foundation as you first thought. So this place of safety turned out to be the opposite. But you're being told here that you're being told to examine or to accept whatever messages are coming through, or accept the lessons that are coming through this situation. You have had a deep, this is where it is. You have had a deep, deep awakening in your heart space. You have been shown something that has completely revised the way that you see your life. It could be that a new person has come into your life who has, it could be that you didn't have that feeling of safety. So for some of you, it could be that you had never had that feeling of safety and home. But you've been looking for it. in all the wrong places. And then you're being shown that that place is within yourself. So I'm just going to pull from the, this is my own deck that I channeled, Shadow Walk deck, and see what advice I have for you here. I'm also being told, don't believe the hype. The center is where things fold and where they turn. Those are messages for someone out there. And so in my experience, Spirit speaks in riddles. So these little tidbits are sometimes good to write down and kind of like pick through, or if it resonates with you, you might just naturally remember. So first we have, wasn't the first, but we have broom, banishing, cleansing, removing unwanted energies, prepare for the new, what is ready to go. So as this foundation has been shaken, whatever's happened, you're being asked to rebuild that foundation on your own solid ground, finding what fits, seeing what reflects. We have hearth, creativity, harmonious home, feeding the soul, purify by fire, major change in physical world. What happened? Maybe you had something that I had recently. Dark mother burnt your life to the ground. New beginnings. So we have snow, quiet, comfort, rest, letting what is in the back of your mind come forward. So maybe there's some unacknowledged truth. And we have owl, wisdom of night, messenger of shadows, attuned, aware, observant. Who are you? So you're definitely being called to really tap into your own power, to acknowledge the safety within yourself and your own intuition, and to build a home for yourself. So if you have been waiting for someone to build a home with, if that is how this reading is speaking to you, build it yourself, is what you're being told. And if it's a situation where you are with someone, it's about accepting that you have a part in building it. So if there's maybe, sometimes in relationships, people can tend to blame the other person unconsciously. This isn't something that we do consciously necessarily, but kind of like turning that around, reflecting back in on yourself and asking yourself, how am I responsible in this relationship? What is my part in all of this? So this is a fairly short reading. Those are the messages that came through. If that resonated for you, beautiful. That's so great. Please give this video a like. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm very new, so it would help me out for sure. I would like to do more of these readings. So, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening or day, wherever you find yourself. Ciao. All right, so for my pile number 3s with the petrified wood, this is your reading. First of all, I want to say something to do with the throat chakra. This is also a very mysterious pile. This energy is strange, so I'm really interested to see what's going on here. So for your door, you have change beckons. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. All right, and for your oracle, we have epoch, pause in your journey. That's fairly appropriate for Mercury retrograde, but you may not be watching this during Mercury retrograde. And panacea. There's a solution for every problem. So you've been binding yourself. Pile number 3. And we have from the tarot 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 6 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. All right, so what are your messages, pile number 3? So you have a gateway before you, and it leads to the material comfort and feeling of home that you have been looking for. This is a theme throughout the readings. So it may be that someone out there views all 3 piles. But I have here this feeling of immature, and not in a bad way, youthful passions, youthful emotions, thriving or driving a transformation into maturity. So I think what that means is embracing that as you move toward this material future of yours, this more of what you envisioned as your adult life. Actually, part of the key to that is embracing childhood dreams, a youthful vibrance, remembering to play, remembering to laugh. I think that there has been binding. You've been binding yourself to being quite serious. And that has affected your relationships. It's affected your happiness, your health even. I'm seeing more recently that your health has been affected by that. But you're being asked to embrace a new shift. So this could be anything that new that has come in to your life that has sort of jolted you out of your comfort zone. You're being asked to embrace that and to celebrate aspects of yourself that you have buried, that you have denied. Finding union and harmony. Union and harmony not only with yourself, so it's strange because there is there's a completely separate reading here as well that has to do with soulmates and union and coming together and building a home. But it's sort of been stifled by an immature offer of love, or just maybe meeting too young, meeting at a time when neither of you is ready. and that you want to celebrate this love. This is a whole other reading. Let's just go with it. You want to celebrate that love. You want to be like, yes, I found this person, but maybe you're still not ready yet. Your passions, your impulses are still too young, or theirs are. And this is where it's important to take time to change and develop and like actually grow, even though that's not what you want to do, because this youthful energy wants to just like drive the truck home. I don't know what that means. It just like, it really wants to move, and it wants to take action. And like, I'm getting the sense that that love reading is actually for a man, or for the masculine. And the other previous reading about building the home and all of that was for a feminine energy. All right, and in that immature energy is this tendency to over-intellectualize, actually. So there's like a lot of driven passion, and then trying to intellectualize that passion to justify it. But actually, you just need to take time and space and allow yourself to grow. So I pulled from my Shadow Walk deck. So this is a deck that I have channeled, and we got Bear. So these are some of the things to work on and work through for your soulmate and your happy home kind of scenario. So we have mother wounds, affection, seasonal depression, parental care, what comforts you, what nurtures you. So these are things to think about. Definitely relates a lot to the Ten of Pentacles energy. And that spirit of pausing and hibernating and going inward. So it's definitely telling you that the winter is a good time to work through these things. It's not a time of action. Work with your dreams. So we have dream. And it says, work with your dreams. What is your intention? Fantasies and illusions. So sort of weeding out, what are your true intentions for this relationship? What are your true intentions for yourself and for yourself moving forward? And discovering what your intention is. Pay attention to your dreams. I'm going to help you out here. Maybe it's that you need to learn to connect with lucid dreaming. And then cage. What binds you? What binds you? Feeling trapped, safety, comfort, domestication, home life. So for some of you, there might be a comfort zone. Comfort might be your cage. For some of you, your cage might be your impulses and your drive to passion. This is really interesting because there's so many energies that come through, and I'm sort of like, is this making sense? Am I scattered? Maybe I am, but maybe it works. All right, so talisman, giving or receiving sacred objects, coveting, looking outside of one's lane, and generosity. So there are many different meanings to talisman. But the one I'm getting here has to do with So those immature energies I was talking about before have a tendency to look outside of themselves a lot. So they wonder, what does this look like? What do my friends have? What are the other people in my line of work? What are they doing? And looking at other people and comparing yourself. So there's definitely a message about staying in your own lane, celebrating your own gifts, pausing, looking at the gifts that you have, embracing the shifts embracing change, breaking out of your comfort zone, but doing so from a mindful, strong place. You guys definitely... Why did the throat come out? There's definitely a need to ground, to tap into what comforts you. I feel like so many people are coming through here, so many different messages are coming through that it's really hard to separate them out. So I'm just saying what comes to mind. I'm just saying, so take what resonates. For the masculine, work with your dreams. Find your clear intention. Find a way to bring that passion into check and be able to use it to build your strong foundation. And you can do that by taking a pause. I think you may already be taking a pause. Don't look outside of your lane. Don't think about other people's expectations at this time, or even your outmoded or outdated expectations of yourself. That's what's trapping you. And also this comfort. Comfort is trapping you. For all of you, comfort is trapping you. And it has to do with what comforts you, what nurtures you. And seeing the difference between those things. So comfort is not always nourishing. Comfort can sometimes be stifling or smothering, and we don't even know it until we're free of it. All right. I feel like that was very scattered, but it seems like that's all I have for you. So I hope that something resonated. I hope that something was helpful for you. If it was, please give the video a like, or maybe a comment below. I'd love to know how this worked out for you. And maybe give us a subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me. Ciao.